Okay, so here it is, my 2022 Scott Spark tuned edition, and this is going to be my bike check. It's my favorite bike, I love riding it, and it is so capable. Okay, let's kick it off by talking about the frame. The frame is full carbon. In fact, it's Scott's lightest 120mm bike that they've ever made. And you guessed it, it's got 120mm of travel on the rear paired with 130 up front. I'm riding a size large, tuned edition. It's designed for trail riding. I've said it already, it's incredibly capable and it is so fun. The Spark uses a single pivot system. It's got a flex stay right here which actually moves ever so slightly, and for this style of bike it works absolutely perfectly. The shock is inside the frame, which I think is really cool. There's something just really clean about the bike with that, and it means that you can actually ride year round. The shock is well protected, it's going to keep those service intervals low. If you want to adjust your rebound or your shock pressure, super easy. You just take the little hatch off, chuck the shock pump on, fiddle with your rebound until you've got it dialed, put it back on and carry on riding. Let's get into the details. First of all, I'm going to talk about that fork. So I've got the Fox 34. That is controlled by Scott's proprietary twinloc system, which actually controls the fork and the shock simultaneously. You've got 3 different positions: climb, which is effectively a lockout; you've got trail, which is actually just going to minimize the sensitivity of it, lock it out ever so slightly, and then on descent it is fully open. The platform just absorbs any of those big hits, those bumps, and with that it makes it a really versatile bike. I mean, you could almost do cross-country races if you wanted, and then huge mountain days and have that full spectrum of options. The Groupset I've spec'd my Spark with is the Shimano XTR. It's lightweight. The R actually stands for racing, so it's their top tier Groupset, what you'll see those cross-country racers using in the World Cup. I've got a 170mm crank paired with a 32 tooth chainring, 10 to 51 tooth cassette, meaning that I can climb up anything. And I've also got Shimano XTR brakes. I've got the 2 piston brakes, carbon lever and 180mm Ice Tech rotors to try and keep everything cool and give me efficient braking. I've not gone for a 4 piston brake because I feel that on the Spark 2 pistons is absolutely perfect. The wheels that I'm running, I've got the Unions on right now paired with Shimano XTR hubs, 30mm internal diameter, giving a real nice tire profile. Up front on the tires, I've got the Magic Mary Super Trail casing, soft compound, and on the rear I've got the Knobby Nick. Again, that Super Trail casing in soft compound. Feel that is a really good pairing of tires to go with this bike. It increases the capability of it. I think tires are one of those big things that can really affect a bike's handling. They can completely change it, and having great grip up front with something fast rolling on the rear is something that I really look for, and this is really the perfect pairing for actually riding trails, riding big mountain stuff. Feel it works really well, and that is something that I'm super happy about. I've also got those milKit valves, making it super easy to check my sealant if I need to. The finishing kit in the bike is handled by pros. So I've got the Tharsis trail bar, that's 800mm in width, 20mm rise. Got Tharsis trail grips on there as well. They're lock-ons, just comfy, feel really good. I got that twin lock lever up there, and the Shimano XTR brake and shifter are connected with iSpec EV, giving me an infinite range of adjustment to really get my cockpit dialed in. I've got the Pro Griffin saddle, and that is matched with the Fox Transfer seat post with 150mm of drop. The bike is finished off with a pair of Shimano XTR pedals, and I've got to say, there is nothing on it that I'd change. I absolutely love the build of this bike. So let's get into some of those questions that people have left on posts, on videos, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the bike and my personal setup of it. The big question that I get asked all the time is how truly capable the Spark is. And I've got to say, I've done such a multitude of riding on it that I think it is a really capable trail bike. I mean, I've done days up in Monroe, up Beanavore. That's big mountain riding. It's fast, it's rough, it's rugged, it's rocky. I've done things like Heartbreak Ridge, again, big compressions in certain places. I've done trail center days where it's fast and flowy, and that's really where the bike is in its own. Perhaps on those bigger mountain days, a Ransom would be nice, or even a Genius. Just having that little bit of extra support with the geometry and more travel would definitely help you out. But this bike is incredibly capable. I love just nipping out for an hour to a 2-hour blast, riding some trails, pedaling up fast, dropping straight in, and doing some really, really nice laps. And I think that this is where that bike truly excels. It's just for your local trails, for ripping, having fun, and it gives you a big smile. But at the same time, being super capable to do a long day in the saddle, do a big epic, and plan some amazing routes. A big question a lot of people also asked was about the setup of my Spark, and if there's anything specific that I do. And the one thing that I look for is the bike to feel really balanced, so the front and the rear are working together and the bike feels like it's at one with the terrain I'm riding. Tire pressure as well. I've got 22 psi in the front, 24 in the rear. That's giving me a really good grip, balanced with that rolling resistance that I'm looking for. That also has a big part to play in the bike actually feeling balanced and giving me that grip and that support that inspires for confidence. And generally, I'm just looking to feel really comfortable on the bike so I feel I can ride whatever terrain I'm going to be in. I don't really change too much in terms of setup, whether it's big mountain or local trails, but the one thing I do is change out the wheels. So I've got a lighter set for sort of your really fast trail center riding, and then a bigger set, which is what's on the bike right now, for that kind of more aggressive riding style and those bigger mountain days. And that makes a huge difference to how the bike actually handles. Just the tire profile, the volume of it, and also the actual compound and the casing, just giving that little bit more support. There we go, I've given you a breakdown of my Spark. If you're interested in finding out a little bit more about this bike, then check out the link in the description. It'll take you onto Scott Sport's website where you can find out all the information about the various models that they have. And if you truly want to find out more, I'd suggest going to your local dealer and seeing if you can even book a demo so that you can ride it for yourself and see how good it truly is. Thanks for watching. If you've got any more questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumb up like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the trails.